My experience was amazing. I learned a lot. I met a lot of new people. I really loved the experience at the national convention because I network. I landed my first full-time offer or job opportunity. Very grateful for that. And also just environment. How you meet a lot of new people, new talents, new engineers that you know you can be working with them in the future.
As a freshman, I wasn't really expecting to be offered anything when I first went to the convention or to get any interviews or anything like that. I mostly went, of course, for the experience, to gain this knowledge for the future and to learn from my peers. They were very motivating. I had a lot of mentors. We spent a lot of nights up late working on our resumes, preparing for interviews. One of the most memorable moments for me was definitely meeting the first Mexican-born astronaut, Kat. I was able to attend her workshop where she spoke so passionately about engineering, about how she started from very low and was able to make it very far. And that was extremely motivating for me because as a Hispanic woman, it's very difficult in STEM alone. To be a woman and to be Spanish on top of that is very difficult. I was able to become a lot more passionate about my field, about my studies, and I came back a lot more motivated than I was before. Going back to workshops, I was able to learn from so many recruiters and network. It was great seeing them firsthand in person because it's kind of like an idea you think about, like, oh, in the future when I'm done, I'm going to move on to engineering and become and work in this field. But when you meet these people, you actually realize they're people just like us, right? So they're super laid back, super kind. My first hospitality suite was with Boeing, and I went and I was extremely nervous. As a freshman, my resume is not amazing compared to so many people. But when I went and I spoke to them about this internship, I don't know what it was about my resume that appealed to them, but they offered me an interview with them the following day, and I was so moved. I was like, wow, this is possible. Like, I can actually do this.
You know, the best events that happen, I think, at Nationals is definitely the hospitality suites. I think those are really awesome because I was able to talk to a lot of recruiters at Nationals. I was also able to network with a lot of people there. In addition to that, it was also cool because not only was I there, but also like other people that from Rutgers that were there with me. So it felt really cool to be able to have like some friends that actually came with us. It was really fun just because like we were able to talk about just not only about like, you know, like resumes and trying to get jobs and things like that, but just like experiences and what like it was like to actually be out there, you know, working full time at all these different companies. I think other events are definitely also like the opening ceremony at the Nationals and also like closing ceremonies, just because it's like really fascinating to see like a lot of people, especially like Hispanics like myself, be able to attend all these events, and just like it was like a really proud moment because it just comes to show that there's like a lot of people like me. It just makes me, you know, feel like, you know, if they can do a certain thing, if they can achieve, get all these internships and all those things like that, I can do it as well.
I feel that I was really able to meet new people at this convention. I know when I went to the Pfizer Hospitality Suite, the first night I was there, we actually ran into some people from NJIT, so we were there taking pictures, just having a good time. So I think just meeting new people from different parts of the country, even parts of the world, was very interesting and something I really enjoyed about the convention. Another thing I enjoyed about the convention is seeing people who I've seen work so hard for their offers actually get these offers and these interviews at these big companies, right? Because that's what we went there to do. I feel that my chapter was very prepared for the convention, and we showed that. So I think just seeing everybody succeed from my chapter, the chapters in New Jersey, and just everybody there, just seeing everybody accomplish their goals and kind of make a name for themselves at this convention. Just really showing that we came prepared and reaping the benefits of our hard work.
I'd gone to a workshop that had someone who's in the field that I want to go into after graduation, which is like defense and aerospace. So they were a project manager for one of the big companies. And she was just pretty much explaining how she is a minority like me, so I could relate to her from that, and then how she rose up through the ranks and like the struggles she faced, and they're all things like I could really relate to. And that caused me to like reach out to her and like ask like, oh, you think you could be like my mentor? I feel like I have a lot of questions for you. I feel like I could learn a lot from you. She's been a pretty good resource for the past month since the convention.
Thanks to Bloomberg, I was able to go to the SHPE convention in Charlotte. The most memorable thing for me was late nights doing resume review with all my friends, everyone here at Rutgers, getting to see everyone have this need to sort of like help everyone within SHPE was a lot of fun. Also, I got to go to a workshop held by Walt Disney where I got to learn about how they sort of like build roller coasters and like make dreams come true, become alive, and that was a lot of fun.
Going into the national convention, I could tell that I was very nervous because I haven't been to a national convention at all previously. So I could tell that I was very nervous, but I remember some of the advice that my e-board members gave in my chapter, and I was able to muster up some confidence, and I talked to many recruiters on that day.
I would definitely say like seeing a bunch of our general body members, including myself, get internship offers, get interviews was like one of the most fulfilling experiences that I've had. It being my second nationals, I was kind of being there more as a mentor to these underclassmen, helping them navigate through their first ever national convention, giving them advice while they were online waiting to speak with companies, giving them advice while they were getting ready to go into the interview booths. And when they would come back to me and tell me how they think their interview went great or they actually got an internship offer, that was one of the best things that I felt over there. It was such a memorable experience, especially when somebody who I've been working with very closely with, prepping them the day before, trying to make sure that they were ready and prepared for the interview, comes back to me the next week and tells me that they got their first internship offer, was so amazing. And I was more happy to be the one to be able to give back everything that I gained through my first national experience. So a personal thank you to Bloomberg for this opportunity, this sponsorship that they gave me. I couldn't do it without you guys, because this was just a matter like of 2 weeks when I got this sponsorship, and honestly, without you, I wouldn't make it. And will be always grateful for this opportunity. As I told you before, I got my first full-time year opportunity because of your help.
I just want to give a personal thank you to Slalom for their generosity and kindness. I definitely would not have been able to go without their help to learn in this environment and grow further as an engineer, and I can't wait to go back next year.
It was really great to be able to get sponsored by Slalom, so I just want to be very thankful and want to say thank you for that, because due to them I was able to go out to this trip, have a lot of fun with my friends, not only just focus on getting an internship or job or anything, but just be able to enjoy the experience, which is something that I haven't been able to go to before. So this was my first time, so I'm really thankful that I was able to get help necessary to be able to go to this event. Definitely very thankful. Yeah, I just hope that I'm able to go to more of these events in the future.
Well, thank you to Bloomberg for sponsoring me for this convention. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping a lot of my peers. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to fulfill one of my goals of getting an internship. So just thank you overall, Bloomberg. I really appreciate you guys sponsoring me and helping me out financially. I know it may be tough to give somebody financial help, but I'm thankful that you guys were able to help me out and sponsor me for this convention. So thank you.
I also just want to give a super quick thank you to Bloomberg. Because of them, I was able to go to SHPE, have this amazing experience, and learn more about all these different firms, workshops, and recruiters and companies, connecting with recruiters and landing a full-time offer.
I would like to thank Bloomberg for sponsoring my trip to the National Convention Center. Without Bloomberg, I wouldn't have been able to make it to the National Convention Center and gain a future job opportunity. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for investing into my future and helping me out financially. I'm just very grateful, and thank you so much.
Yeah, so I guess to start off, I'd want to thank L3 for sponsoring me. It was really, a life-changing moment that I was able to go to the convention. I was able to receive a full-time offer, culminates everything I've put into my undergrad career. Full-time offer kind of wraps it all up, makes it all worth it, that the company decided they wanted to invest in me, bring me back as a professional. So I feel like I can really credit that a lot to them, and the fact that they were also the ones that gave me the offer. I really appreciate that. I would just like to give a personal thank you to L3 Harris. Without them, I wouldn't be able to attend, and I'm really grateful for the experience I was able to have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bloomberg.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Region 4!